Good morning, everybody. It's Brooke with Mrs. Cog Hill Farm. I'm in the pond area and I'm headed to the barn to feed everyone. But I thought today I'd do a little something different. I cut the grass in this whole pond area yesterday and I decided that I'm going to open the gate, let Ernest T, Opie, and Nugget be together, and then let the goats and the donkeys and Loretta come down to the pond if they choose to. Now you may ask, well, why'd you cut the grass before you let them down there? Because everybody thinks that goats just have this stomach that can tolerate anything in any quantity, and that is so far from the truth. Goats are not garbage cans. They do tend to like forage, and that being trees and brush and overgrowth, but they also are not resistant to eating too much of something. So the grass had gotten a little bit too tall to let them come over here and just do their thing and not have any consequences from it. But now that it's cut and it's trimmed, there's still a little bit of brush in areas around trees and whatnot that I don't mind them coming in and eating, because it's not going to be so much of it that it makes them sick. So I've got Mr. Nugget coming behind me, and I don't know if y'all can even see him or not, but he's following me up to the barn, and they're not going to have such a fight that I can't separate them. This is more Nugget's area than it is Ernest T and Opie's. I think that we're going to see that they keep their distance from each other, but I don't know. We've just not allowed them to be in 3 pastures all together. It's more been in a small area that they can't separate themselves from. So gates are open and got to get everybody fed and let out. First up, Mr. Ernest T. How are you doing this morning, sir? I see you strutting around and doing your thing. Nugget's right here. Didn't pay him any attention. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Good morning, Miss Honey. Nugget's gonna walk on by and not show any interest. Where's Opie? Ah, he's back here in the back of the pasture. And Miss Jessie right here. So before I feed Loretta, who is enjoying a trough at the moment, I'm gonna let the goats out. It's not usually how it goes, is it, girl? I usually don't come out here till I have your food ready. Today's a little different. Now, Nugget noticed Ernest and he kind of took off running, but that's okay. There's no ill effects. It's just he didn't want to be near him and he took himself to another place. Gotta get Miss Loretta, gotta get Peaches, gotta get the cows, and gotta get Pocket fed. I came through the pond gate. Dee Dee was walking down the road and she beat me in the barn because I came in the back door and she came in the front door. Hey, good morning, Sylvester. We gotta go over here and cut the lights on before we can get anybody fed. Well, y'all, the cows have finished eating, and let me show y'all how hot it is in Alabama. It's so hot that Moody, the big steer, is trying to get in the water trough. Well, he's not trying to get in the water trough. He's in halfway the water trough. Hey, big boy. I know that's stainless steel, but I don't know if it can support your weight. I just don't know. I know it feels good to you. I know it does. You gonna soak the other one when you get finished with that one? You gonna let Mildred have a chance? You learned that from Loretta, didn't you? Oh my goodness. Will the trough survive the Moody? That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart of you. I just don't know what to think about it. I was kind of concerned that he couldn't get out, but he has taken his foot out, set it on the ground, and put it back in, as if he's trying to bathe his leg off. I don't know about this, Moody. Everybody's gathering around him like, what are you doing, Moody? All right, after you saw Moody in his water trough, I came over and cleaned out the big trough because obviously Loretta was laying in it. Two of the Emu boys have decided that they would lay in the water that came out of the troughs, of course, once I emptied them out. Y'all enjoying that cool water? Want me to squirt you off? Y'all look like a two-headed monster right there. Opie's crossed over Ernest and doesn't seem to care, except for they don't realize that's making them even hotter. All right, boys. Give y'all a good wet down. We'll do this a few times today and keep you as cool as possible. Ernest said, get off of me, I'm trying to roll. How am I gonna roll with you sitting on top of me? Goodness, are you gonna move, brother? There you go, Ernest. Now you can roll around. There you go. And we'll do the same thing with Nugget on the other side. I don't think anybody realizes that gate to the pond is open yet. Let's go see about Nugget. Y'all, I came over with the water hose and I was cleaning this trough out because it's what was used for the horses. And it had gotten some dust in the bottom of it and I wanted to rinse it out. Well, I went over to turn the water off. Before I could get back over here, Mr. Nugget has his entire body in the trough. Did you learn that from Loretta? So I guess I'll go back over and cut the water on since he doesn't care if it's dirty or not, just as long as it's cool. Doesn't matter to him. I didn't even, Nugget, you didn't give me time to empty it out, buddy. Good gracious. Get all the way down in it. There you go. Now, we'll wet you off on top. Those other two have their own trough over there. You have your own bathing station over here. I didn't expect him to get in here, y'all. I really didn't. I thought when I dumped it out, he would get in the water that was on the ground. But goodness, he plopped right in with just a few inches of water. Feels good, doesn't it, buddy? Needed a good bath this morning. You are a dirty fella. Look at all that stuff floating. Oh, yeah. Get all the way down in there. Look at him trying to get his neck in. Oh, my gracious. You're quite contorted there, buddy. Oh, he loves it. Absolutely loves it. And you see, we don't have any goats trying to join us. There's Jessie peeking her head out of the porta hut. How long before the goats realize that gate down there is open? And how long before Loretta gets herself in the pond? Look at you, Nugget. Y'all, his whole body is down in this water. We're almost to the tip top. Your bath can't get any better. Jeez, I've never seen him do that. Never. Not lay down that far. And lay on his side. Got some floating feathers there, buddy. All right, I don't know what Loretta's gonna think when she sees this. She thinks all the tubs are hers. They're not though, are they? So, of course, I clean the ducks' pool out multiple times a day, and last night was no exception. But I decided today that I was going to do something different, and that was to open up the gate. I opened up the gate on the backside so they could take a walk around and wouldn't have to stay in this small area. They can kind of get used to going where they choose as long as they know that's home base, and it's worked out fairly well. Did that last night, and you can see them already starting to come back. They know where their food is, they know where their water is, their shelter from the bright sun, and believe it or not, they appreciate the shade. Some of you guys were concerned because the doghouse is hot, but they have the choice to stay in there or stay out, and most of the time they seek the shade. But look how tall they are. Look at how much they've grown. And I never did find the fourth duckling. I've had some people ask, and I think they may have missed it. But that fourth duckling that escaped from the grow out area, somehow, some way, never showed back up. So I don't know what the mystery of that was. Well, Nugget decided to get out of the trough finally. I have cleaned out the duck pool and headed to the chicken coop. The goats still have not found that the gate is open. What you think, buddy? Did that cool you off pretty good? Now those other two boys, they're still over there rolling around in the mud, but you decided it was time to get out before you get waterlogged. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. You might want to show your goat friends over there to the pond. They don't know the gate's open. I know you do. You're the smartest one here. Yes, you are. They're down in the bottom grazing away. There's Miss Loretta, and she is muddy herself. So I think she's been maybe learning from the emus. Oh my goodness, she's muddy. I can't wait to see if she makes her way down to the pond. Maybe she'll seal it for us while she's down there. They say that an old way to seal a pond was pigs. Well, Loretta's singular, so I don't know what good one pig could do, but I guarantee you she'd appreciate it. She's definitely a little bit muddy. Y'all know this whole flock's gonna be waiting on me. They absolutely cannot wait to get their scratch. Girls, girls, girls. Y'all, I made a comment in the last video about gathering eggs in every single video, and y'all seem to not mind. It's part of what we do, and I'm going to count eggs, and I'm going to continue to collect because it's part of my morning routine. So we're up to 7 now. 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25. Got down here, girls. 27, 28, 30, 32, 33, and this one's hanging on it's broken. 33 eggs and one broken one. It's just not a very hard shell. That's pretty good, girls. That's pretty good count for today. All right, young ones. It's been a while since y'all have been in here, and I'm surprised you haven't all gone outside now. So we've got 3 cream leg bars in here, and I believe there are 2 Morons that are older or younger that are in here. But y'all sure appreciate those roofs, don't you? Not gonna be long before we're gonna have to have that space for the salmon fravoles that are in the barn. Y'all are gonna have to make a decision. Move out or stay. I also can't be 100% sure that they don't go out and then come back in, because while there's still food and water in there, I just don't see them staying in there all day. It's much cooler in there, and I don't blame them if they want to stay in there. But now that we have the shade cloth, you can see Tommy thinking about getting in the pool. It has been very beneficial for them to have more space to stay cool, which is what you need this time of year, in Alabama anyway. Well, look here, on my way back from the chicken coop, I find that the goats have made their way over here. They're already eating some of the vines that I pulled off this oak tree, hanging down, and you can see that Opie has made his way over here. Jesse and Honey are checking out the porta hut over here. They said that's our shade. We like to chill out over here, and it's a whole lot of shade over here. So even on the other side where the big trees are, I just feel pretty good about them coming over here with not a lot of grass and just that little bit of forage that they can have off the tree there and at the bottoms. Nugget's just kind of wandering around in this pasture. You can see Loretta, how nasty she is. Still wet, hasn't made her way down to the pond area yet. But when she realizes that the goats and the donkeys are not in her vicinity, I bet that she's gonna make it down there. Y'all can see the updated farm stand is doing very well. I've got to water these flowers. I can't remember what this plant's called, but one of those kind of went downhill. Not sure why, but these over here are doing very well. And the hanging basket's doing well, but we do have to water them every single day. And you can see eggs are out of stock. Thanks to Mr. Clack over there at the Clack Shack for making us a new eggs out of stock, eggs in stock sign. It is made out of a plastic material, so it should last a good long time, and we certainly appreciate him. Now, can't forget to water the plants, but most importantly, can't forget to cut the water back off after you water the plants. Right, Jason? All right, plants are watered. Spigot is off. And that's easy to forget, I must say. You get your mind occupied on watering plants and getting back with a tote that you carried some ice packs in, and you just forget about it. So have to remind myself to make sure I even cut the water off. And I'm going to walk back through this pasture and see if I can't tell Miss Loretta which direction she needs to go. Well, Jason just came by and Miss Lovely Loretta decided she needed to come show him how beautiful she looks. All right, girl, we're not going out this gate. I got to come to you, but I do want to take you somewhere. You are an orange pig if I ever did see one. Yes, you are. Make sure I get that chain all the way around, because I don't need an escape. Oh, I got to go lower. Got to go lower, Loretta. Got to do it right here. Yep, get a phone call that, boy, you got some 2 donkeys, 9 goats, a pig, and 3 emus going down the road. And this pig, she beats anything I've ever seen because she's orange. She's a real orange pig. I thought you'd follow me. Come on. Come on, I'm going to show you something real good. Come on, keep walking. Atta girl. You're doing just fine. Come on, Loretta, don't stop in the shade. This is the biggest wallow you've ever seen in your life. This is a mud hole. I mean, definition of a mud hole. Come on, baby. I don't know exactly why she's following me. It's not like I teased her with treats or anything. She's just doing what she's supposed to do. Now, come on. Come on, we're going a long way. You gotta walk. Put your little short legs in gear. Nope. This is all I'm gonna get out of her, I'm afraid. She's hit the shade trees and found her a little place to root. Come on, girl. Come on. Loretta, we might have to come back and try this again. Let's see. Look. Look. I want you to come down here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Not doing it. Not doing it. You got a prize at the end. I mean, you'd be pleasantly surprised if you'll just take a little bit longer of a walk. Come on, that a girl. Get to moving. You going up the hill. Come on, Loretta. It's so much cooler over here, y'all. Well, she thinks they have something good to eat. I hate to tell her, but she's wrong. I got the chicken feed up. Got the emu feed up. I know your goat friends aren't going to show you the water. They could care less. Come on, let's go down here. Come on. Come on. Keep walking. Atta girl. Yeah. You're going to make me orange. Come on. Come on, Loretta. Well, everybody decided to congregate over here. And we might just have to come back at a later time and see if she's gone any further. Eventually, she's going to explore further than here. And you have to remember that Loretta and Gus were across the road in that pasture over there, and then they moved over here on the side of the barn. So Loretta has not seen or has not gone down to the pond, ever. There's nothing there, girl. And this is what I wanted them to do. So I was able to cut all around the trees, but of course there was some privet left that's growing up. Volunteer here. Y'all look at Jessie. Jessie's on the run. She said, my friends are over here and they found something wonderful and I need to know what it is. But this is the kind of forage that goats do well with. Not necessarily grass, but more forage. And Topper's, he's telling it what it thinks about it. I feel that way about privet too, Topper. Goodness gracious. They'll make quick work out of that. That's one reason I decided not to cut it around the bottom of the trees. Well, it's now 3:45 in the afternoon, and I've been watching the pond pretty much all day. I have not seen Loretta take any interest in coming down here, and she doesn't know it's here anyway. If she ever found out it was here, I have a feeling she might not leave. We might see out here. She might go get Peaches. She might go get Peaches and tell her to come. She has found the ultimate wallow. Of course, Peaches isn't interested, but she would be very, very pleased if she ever does find it. So while I'm not giving up on her, I know it's not going to happen today because she's definitely gone back to the barn. I'm standing here on the dam, trying to look around and see if there's any of my grass coming up. And it is. Let me show y'all. A few videos back, I told y'all that I had moved all the spent hay that was under the hay cradle that the horses use over here on the dam because I knew that grass was not going to grow just on its own in this clay. But y'all, if you look down, you can see the grass is sprouting under the old hay. And I might have to do this again because there's some areas that I missed with the hay, but where it's good is where the hay is plentiful. So that makes me very happy to see. Of course, you can't see it from a distance, so I needed to walk over here and check it out. I'm gonna tell y'all something. If I didn't say this once already, it's hotter than hot. And we're gonna do something to end this video that brings a smile to my face every single time it happens. And I think it will yours too. My little dog Gidget is a Pomeranian, and she has been with us for 7 years now. My mom got her for me when my Yorkie had passed away. She was a Australian Terrier. No, she was a Yorkshire Terrier, Silky Terrier mix. So we called her a Yorkie. That's what she looked like. She had a sister named Molly, but Millie passed away and Mama replaced her a couple of years later with a Pomeranian, which I'd always wanted. Gidget is the most high-strung dog that I've ever been around. And when she sees a water hose, it's definitely hot enough to play in the water today. When Gidget sees a water hose, it is on. And y'all are about to see what I'm talking about. I'm headed back to the house to get Gidget, but as I exited this gate that goes to the pond, y'all, let me show you. So this is the gate that I come out of. It's just a little single walk-through gate. It has a honeysuckle growing on it that's wild. This I could have taken down, but I couldn't do it because it has the best scent of any plant to me that grows wild. It smells so good, and I just had to share that with you. I wish I had smell-o-vision because it's so fragrant. Just this little bitty piece of wild honeysuckle is that fragrant. Well, I just came around the side of the house. Of course, the big dogs are over here. The fans are going and they're laying on their beds trying to cool off. But I realized that Jason has the sprinkler going to water the grass. And I've never tried a sprinkler for Gidget. So without knowing how she's going to react, we're just going to try this and see what happens. Usually I'm watering a plant or filling up a water or something, and that's when she goes water crazy. But the sprinkler will be a good test too. Are y'all ready? So this is Gidget, and she's a little firecracker. And y'all, she already sees the sprinkler. She's looking at it. She's excited. Her ears are up. She can hardly stand it. So let's see if she plays in the sprinkler like she plays in the water hose. It's going to be interesting. First time for a sprinkler, Gidget. You ready? And y'all, she does have what you call a luxating patella. That is her back leg. Dr. D has looked at it. As long as she's not in any pain, we're not going to do anything about it. So if you notice her holding that rear leg up, just know that it's been attended to. Here goes. Oh, that might not be too much fun, huh? Look, you see it's water? She tries to catch it. I don't think she realizes it's even water. She doesn't. I'm going to have to cut it off and put the spigot on the end of it. Well, now I can't even think of what I was going to say. Yeah, that's water. It was going and you didn't even know it. This is where it comes out, isn't it? Huh? Like you can't get it until the water cuts on. Watch, y'all. That's just a little bit of water coming out. It's definitely warm enough to play in the water today, isn't it? You act like a puppy. I know. It's going to come out in just a minute. Now, I can't tell if that's on or off. We're going to find out. All right. You know it's fixing to come out, don't you? Come here. Let's see what setting we have it on. Are you ready? Oh, we don't want it on that one. You do, don't you? Let's see, y'all. Let's adjust it. We don't want it on massage. We want it on shower. All right. Second chance. Oh, my goodness. Can you say water dog? Goodness gracious, it's too much. I don't know. I guess she's trying to attack it. Because she certainly thinks she's bigger than her little 8-pound self. Me wet you? Huh? Dee Dee does not go near any water. That's the furthest thing from Dee Dee's agenda is getting in the water. Not Gidget. Oh my goodness, that's so much fun, isn't it? Now let's put the sprinkler back on and see if you realize it. See if you play in the sprinkler. All right, Gidget, I'm going to turn it on, see what you think. You ready? Look at here. Look. Oh yeah, she didn't know it was on earlier. Well, it's water, baby. You know, I think that just confirmed what I've been wanting to know. I think it's when it comes out the end of the hose is when she feels the need to attack it. Because coming out of the sprinkler, she didn't have much interest in it. Who knew? But needless to say, it's hot enough for a cool off. I might run through it myself as soon as I put this camera down. Well, y'all, I appreciate you joining me on this hot Alabama day. Hope it's comfortable wherever you are. And until next time, y'all be good.